Hey everybody, Gabe Jenkins back with you, talking you through number, what are we up to? 22 right now. Video number 22. It's pretty straightforward. I think just looking at what I got over here, this is the final thing. There's very little involved in it, very little construction lines to situate stuff, to locate center points of stuff. It's pretty easy. Anyway, so I look at let's go ahead and get started. I'm looking over here, and the largest dimension I see is 20. Looks like radius of 20, but so anyway, it's going to be millimeters because it's bigger than 10 or 12, right? So make a new one here, and I'm going to use millimeters. I'm going to move up here. My center point, I'm going to start by just making a bunch of circles, right? I'm going to make one that's, the outermost circle here has a diameter of 48, then a 44. This one has a radius of 20, and the inside one, the closest one, has a radius of, excuse me, has a radius of 8, and we're down here to 10 and 5. So it's a whole bunch of circles, right? All right, so let's start off with a diameter circle because the largest one out here is 48, so I can start to figure out how big I need to zoom this thing, and we're going to go to 48. So it's going to make it small. Let me zoom in. Okay, so the whole thing's going to fit inside there. Another circle, the next one in, has a diameter of 44. Okay, next one in has a radius of 20, so a diameter of 40. Sorry. 40, not 4, Gabe. You know what? I think I'm drawing all of these on the wrong layer. I think I'm drawing them on the 0 layer. I'm going to put them all on the visible layer. Things weren't locking on the way I wanted them to lock on. All right. So I just did, what did I do? I did the 20. Now I'm going to do the radius of 8, so diameter 16. 16. That's going to be kind of the inside edge of these spirally looking things. Last two I'm going to make are going to be diameter 10 and diameter 5 for the two in the middle. All right, so click here, 10 and 5. One more, 5. All right, so those kind of, I think that's about it. All right. All right, so next I'm going to start to make one of these spokes so that I can polar array it around the center point right there. So to locate the center point, I need to figure out, okay, I see all these dimensions. I see it's 12.6 over and 8.5 up from the center point gets me here, which is going to be the center point of a big circle, two big circles, one here and one here with a radius of 18 and one with a radius of 20. I'm going to make some construction lines. Right now I'm going to make, it's going to go start here and it's going to go over 12.66. It's going to go up. What does it go up? 8.05. Okay. 8.05. All right. So that's going to be my center point of my arch right here. So I'm going to go back to my visible layer, and I'm going to make some circles. I'm going to have to end up deleting some stuff, but that's all right. And one of them's going to have a radius of 18, one's going to have a radius of 20. So from that point right there, one has a radius of 18 and another one that has a radius of 20. All right. So if I start to trim away some stuff, you're going to start to see where my little spirally thing is and what it looks like. So I got those two things, get rid of that. That's going to be, this is my shape right there, right? So I'm going to get rid of that. Some careful trimming. So now I've trimmed this whole thing. Now I got a question. I got a decision to make right here, right? So if I look carefully over here at my reference drawing, it tells me that all these little corners right here, they are all a little curved on the inside, not on the outside. On the outside, they're just straight edges. But it says there's 16 of these things, right? So there's 8 of these elements. 16. So both inside edges have to have a fillet of 0.6, right? It's a pretty small fillet. Now I could polar array this shape right here all the way around and do them all, right? Do 16 of them, but that kind of time, that's wasting time, right? So if I fillet them now, well, then I don't have to do it 16 times. I just have to do it twice. So I say radius, 0.6. I'm going to do 2 of them. I'm going to do this one and that one and that one and that one. Second one's kind of hard to see. So now all of that is joined. All of it looks the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to join them all into one shape. So I'm going to use the join tool to do that. So click here, here, here. Make sure I get my elements in here. There's a little, that little guy, and that little guy. And I'm going to say join. Okay, so now AutoCAD thinks of all of those things as one element, right? So if I click now one, it's going to do the whole thing. Polar array. What's my center point? That's my center point. How many do I want? I want 8. And looking at it, let me get rid of my construction line so I can see what it looks like. And I think we're good to go. Let me zoom in a little bit so I can just maybe make sure. Okay, so all my corners are in here are filleted. All the outside corners are not filleted. Got the 2 big circles on the outside, 2 little circles on the inside. All looks great. I would put a center point right in the middle and then dimension it as shown in the diagram. And I would be good to go. All right, everybody. See, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. All right, have a great day.